Hey everybody, this is Coach Miller from BTB Lax, and what we're here today, this video is all about going over a typical scouting report. So I'm not sure if you coaches provide scouting reports to your team or if you've ever seen a scouting report before, but I'm currently coaching at Gonzaga. We do scouting reports for our team for every game. We usually put them on the board, but when I was coaching in college, we'd have detailed packets that we'd give to our players. I know even new teams now might even have it on their iPads or whatever it is, but basic premise is you have a scout, you have a team scout, somebody's seen the team play, that your next opponent, and you're putting together a package and to present it to your team to give them an idea of who they're playing, what the matchups are going to be, and what it's all about, and how you're going to go about winning the game, and your keys to your game to make your team successful. So this particular scouting report is presented on the board, which I highly encourage you to have your team in there, in a classroom, meeting room, whatever you have. You can do a similar thing to give your, to get organized before the game to make sure your team's on the right page to play well in the game. So the way that we do our scouts right now is we have break it down in a few different components. So you have your schedule, which I'll go over down here. You have your keys to the game up here. Over here you have your personnel. And then after you go through the personnel, you might break off into defense and offense and go over some specific sets and scenarios that I can walk through for you as a hypothetical situation to show you kind of how it all works. So I think the best way to present it to your team is to go over the keys of the game first. So this is just a make-up game that I'm kind of talking about, but it's similar. We usually want to have 4, 5, 6 keys to the game that you're kind of the big bullet points, that your takeaways for your team, your players to kind of remember when they're walking out, going home the night before the game to think about, so they have it in their brain so they're getting ready to play the game the next day. So this particular game, the number one key to the game is to win the GB battle. So this team that we're playing, they're killing the ground balls, beating everybody up, getting to the balls first, and we want to make sure our guys know that we need to win the ground ball battle tomorrow in order to give ourselves a good shot to win the game. So what that's going to be, you're going to have to get down, get your hands dirty, get in the mud, and pick the ball up, and make sure that you're winning each ground ball time after time to give ourselves the best chance to win. 2, get to the hole in transition. So this team that we're playing, they do a great job of transitioning from defense to offense. So they have great stick skills, so they get the ball up the field quick. So we know that if we happen to turn the ball over or whatever it is that allowed them to get the ball, that our guys need to get back and not waste any time so that they can get into the hole, which for all of you don't know the terminology of the hole, it's the area right in front of the goal, so like right around there. Get to the hole, so then you can find your particular matchups and get organized and match up and play team defense. You don't want to give away any goals in transition to this team because they've punished other teams that are slowly getting back in the hole, and we want to make sure that we're not giving them easy goals. So make sure you guys get back in the hole in transition. 3, be patient on offense. So this team particularly, it plays a zone defense, so they want to lure you to sleep and either have you take an outside shot, whatever it is. So we want to really stress to our offense to be patient, work the ball around, have good crisp passes, and be prepared to have 1 to 2 minute possessions, whatever it may be, to give yourself the best opportunity to score, because we know that this team wants to lure you, wants to make you fall asleep on offense and make a bad pass and rush things. And we also know that if we do rush things and we give them the ball, that they're really good in transition. So we want to make sure that we're patient on offense. And the other thing that we're going to do, key to this game, is they've really struggled clearing the ball at times. So on settled clears, that's when the ball goes out of bounds or whatever it is and they have a settled clear. So we're going to 10-man ride them. So that means that we're going to take our goalie out of the cage, put him on attackman, we're going to send another guy up. So we're going to really pressure ride them. It's like a full press in basketball, so that we can maybe get a few turnovers and play some more offense. So we're going to 10-man ride this team when the opportunity presents itself. So those are the keys to the game. We have 4 for this particular game that we want to really drill down on our players, make sure that they know that these 4 takeaways are what we really want to focus on tomorrow's game. So next thing that you want to talk about in a scouting report is you want to go over the team personnel. So hopefully you have a good coaching staff or some film on the team that you're playing, whatever it may be, so that you can get a decent idea of what the personnel on their team does. So, and the way that I suggest that you break that down is you have your attack, your midfielders, your goalie, what they kind of like to do on face-offs, and then you talk about their defense as well. Attack, they have this is all hypothetical, but this particular team, number 1 is their best attackman. He's a righty-lefty, can go both ways. He's big, he's fast. And then a lot of times what you might want to do is like, all right, we're going to have, that's going to be number 12's matchup on our team. So you're going to be matched up on number 1. You want to make sure that you're on his hands. You're not giving him anything easy. He's a really good player. You're going to have some kind of scheme in place, maybe slide quickly to him, whatever it may be. But number 1's our top guy. We're going to put our top defenseman on him. Number 11, their second attackman is a lefty. He's all left from all the tape that we've seen and the games that we've seen. He really struggles going to his right hand, so we want to make sure if he gets the ball, we're going to try to force him to his right to maybe, make him uncomfortable. He's a little guy. With that being said, he's somewhat quick, but we think that if we can force him to his right hand, that will give ourselves some type of opportunity. So we're going to put number 5 on him. So your job is to stay on his hands and force him to his right hand the best that you can. Number 22, their third attackman, he's a righty. He just sits on the crease all day long. If he gets an open stick, it's going to be a goal because they can feed it to him. He catches pretty much everything. Don't expect for him to take you one-on-one behind the cage or anything like that. He's basically going to sit on the crease. And we're going to stick number 7 on him. Make sure that you're slow to slide off him, because if you do, and he's got that quick opportunity with the stick up near his ear, and he gets a pass in there, he's going to catch it and scores. But other than that, don't expect for him to go behind the cage or anything crazy like that. So this particular team only plays 3 attackmen. We've seen maybe them play one other attackman at times, but he's nothing for us to include in the scout. So just focus on seeing these 3 guys the whole game tomorrow. Moving on to the midfielders. They have 3 top guys, all good midfielders. They basically just run these guys on the ground. They're all in pretty good shape, so they're not going to get substituted very often. You'll see them on defense and offense. They're good two-way middies. Their best midfielder is number 13. He's a righty-lefty. He can go either hand. He's got a great change of direction, the COD. He's fast. He's strong. He's the real deal. He's going to play at UNC next year. We're going to put our long stick midi on him, number 20. Just stay with him the best you can. He's a great player, but so are you. So it's going to be a great battle. Just make sure you're staying on him. Number 12, he's a complementary midi. I mean, basically from the midfield, it all runs through 13. But 12, he's pretty solid as well. He's got solid sticks. He doesn't score that much. He occasionally assists into the big righty creaseman attackman. But really, all the offense is going to come around through 13. With 12, he's a lefty. We don't need to focus on him too much, but just don't let him give him anything easy. Don't let him beat us. And lastly is number 5. He's an average player, average midi. He's a righty. He's a little slow, but he's got a really good stick. So you're not going to see him turn the ball over, but he's also a little slow. So if he does get caught on defense, let's try to go at him a little bit, because we've seen, if he goes up and down in transition a few times, and that's the time to really attack him. So we might be able to find some opportunities if he gets stuck on defense when we're playing offense, if we really go at him. So that's one of the things we want to try to do. Their goalie, number 30, he's a righty. So he's really good up top. He saves everything from the corner, so we're not going to try to pick corners tomorrow. So we really want you to shoot at his feet, shoot low, bounce shots, bounce shots, bounce shots. Like we said, they sit in a zone all day, so you give them those, if we're shooting from 18 yards high, we look at those as a turnover. So basically, we want to try to look for those 10-yard shots if we can, low in the lower corners, and I think if we do that, we'll have a pretty good day. Their face-off guy is really good. He's number 16. He likes to push and pop it. He creates a lot of fast breaks. So what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to line our wing face-off unit guys down to prevent any fast break. Their guy's pretty good, but our guys have a pretty good year too. So if we can, we're going to just play your normal move against them. I know that you like to clamp down the line, but if we struggle with them, we're just going to try to jam them and make it a 50-50 ground ball. Their defense, they play a zone defense. We'll go over that. Our defensive coach will show you all the intricacies of the zone, but it's a 2-3-1 zone, and they do a great job of forcing outside shots. So getting back to our third key point of the game, we need to be patient on offense, work the ball around, because if we don't, we're going to turn the ball over and they're going to have where it's just going to be too easy for them. So we need to make sure that we're patient on offense. So those are kind of the keys to the game. The personnel, what they like to do for tomorrow's schedule. We're going to start the pregame at 3:20 p.m. and the face-offs at 4. The team meal will be at 2 o'clock in the cafeteria. So make sure we're all dressed there for 2 o'clock in the cafeteria. We're going to eat real quick for half an hour, and then you're going to be on the field at 3:20. That will give you 50 minutes to warm up whatever you want, but make sure you're on the field for the 3:20 warm up in the 4 p.m. face. So let's have a great day tomorrow. And basically, that's kind of the way that you want to structure your scouting reports if you're presenting it on a board to the team. If you don't currently do that, keys to the game, any type of scouting report, you can give it in 10 minutes, but it gives some type of structure to what you want to present, how you want to go about beating your opponent the next day, and it gets everybody on the same page where they need to be tomorrow, what they need to think about tonight, who their key personnel is, that sort of thing. So it helps you keep it organized as a coach. Shows you the homework that you put in. The players like to trust you, and they're going to get ready to play the game. They'll be thinking about it the night before the game, and they'll be ready to go, hopefully, and get that victory tomorrow. So Coach Miller with BTB Lax, and we hope to see you in another video. Thanks a lot.
Did you know that there's just 2 simple things that separate the average youth and high school lacrosse player from the elite guys that are ready to go on to play in college and beyond? Yep, just 2 simple things. We teamed up with college All-American and multiple MLL All-Star Mike Kimmel to put together a completely free, 45-minute long, 3-part video training series that's going to show kids and parents exactly what those 2 things are, what you need to be working on if you want to take your game to the next level. And nope, it's got nothing to do with hitting the gym or running till you puke. If you're serious about improving as a player and you want to become one of the best guys on your team, get more playing time, and catch the eye of college recruiters, you have to see this free video training. Just click the link below in the description of this video and you'll be taken to a page where you can ask to receive instant access to these free videos. Join the thousands of high school and youth players that have already seen Mike's awesome training and take control of your game today.